This is a podcast for the change makers, earth shakers, paradigm shifters, trailblazers, black sheep, self-healers, and generational pattern changers. For the heart-centered rebel who craves deep connection, transparent conversation, and real talk about transformation. These are conversations for renegades by renegades. And this is from the heart of a renegade.
Please be advised, this show may contain sensitive subjects and a lot of F-bombs.
Welcome back. This is From the Heart of a Renegade, and this is episode number 1. So we're setting the stage, laying the foundation, setting the tone and the vision of this podcast.
When we talk about this podcast, what do you feel is the most important thing to you having this out there in the world?
Before you and I recorded, when I had a little bit of a meltdown, I had told you I don't want to be anybody different than myself. I don't want a phone voice. Mm-hmm. You guys know what a phone voice is? You know, when you answer the phone and you just don't sound like yourself? Like, I don't want that. And what I have become painfully aware of in my own journey and evolution, from going from being fully in the soul of a healer and heart of a renegade, I was like unhinged, unhindered, uninhibited, cranking out content, all the things. And then things happened and I started to distort myself, and I started to change, and I started to just kind of pull back and not want to be seen, and then hide in plain sight. And so when I think of this podcast in particular, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to show, like, you and I have built some really epic stuff. Our relationship, which is almost 13 years of age.
Yeah, baby.
We have owned 2 houses together. We have moved different provinces together. We survived not getting vaccinated together. We are true bloods. Okay. Almost being like excommunicated from family because of these things, or like we went through like that whole fucking weird shit show together. We have built a 6 and then 7-figure business together. We have had a team as big of like, what was it last year at its height? Like 12 people?
I think it was actually 14 when we put the agencies in there too.
And then like all of that goes into it. And like we have had this vast experience in this life so far, at the very beginning stages really of what we're building. And so much of what I have listened to and found inspiring in other people who are building a beautiful, epic life that really is a reflection of them, it's always the truth. It's the rah-rah. And I don't mean rah-rah, like rah-rah. I mean the raw. It's the real. It's the moments of like, holy fuck, I just realized how badly I was operating from out of a shadow. Or it's, holy fuck, I just discovered this incredible, realization and overcame it. And I want to share that with other people so that when they're on their journey of building their renegade life from the soul of a healer and the heart of a renegade, I want them to know that they're not alone, because we've been on this path and that shit is messy. And I think just having those conversations is what is missing in this world. Like, we had our friend here and we were talking about, she's a therapist, and she was asking about the industry of like manifestation coaches, and honestly, a lot of our clients, a lot of our friends, like the work that a lot of us do. And she's like, is it like fake? Like, is this real? What the fuck? Is this just like a pyramid?
For context, it's because she watched this person's social media, and what she saw that was being portrayed on their media was complete. And she knew the person in real life. And she was like, wait, what?
She's like, what?
That doesn't match. Not the same person.
Exactly.
That's why she was asking.
And that's why because that's her only, introduction to this industry is it's fake. Mm-hmm. And so in an industry that is so fucking polished and so performative, I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to add to that noise. And I could see where I had started to have a lot of fear for, I don't know. It was just like something happened after COVID. Like, honestly, it's just, it's weird. And there's been a lot for me to overcome. And I want to share the real.
So your mission is to share the real.
It's that transparency. It's that real talk about transformation, about leadership, about launching your own thing, about the insane responsibility of taking on overhead that pays other people's bills through your creative work. It's about speaking your truth, blazing your trail, following your path, even when it doesn't make sense to others. And to have those conversations with you about what we've done, what we're working through, and then also with others who have the soul of a healer, which to me is, I'm here to make a difference in the planet. Whatever that looks like. You might not be a healer in the traditional harem pant, patchouli smelling way, right? But you're here to change the world through your work. You know, our accountant, for example, she might not ever recognize that she has the soul of a healer, but she does, because she's doing it different and having the heart of a renegade, which is also doing it different. And so it's also having those conversations with those others who are out there that are building something that is really just such a reflection of their personality, their values, their authenticity, their rah-rah, not rah-rah. Rah-rah, not that. But the raw.
The raw, transparent, vulnerable conversation.
Yeah. And what about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, you know, in an industry where people are really scared to just say it like it is.
Yes. But I think cancel culture was a big
That was
a big
very
part
challenging
in that.
time.
What the fuck?
Right?
Yeah.
And as a result, for me, witnessing, you know, because we have a training program, and so watching a lot of these practitioners go through who have challenges expressing themselves, right? And just being in their experience. And so I feel like the words that we have to say on multiple topics can be really helpful to normalize, so that people don't look at us and go, oh my God, that looks so easy.
Oh my gosh.
When on behind the scenes, you know, our beautiful friend who was here, the same one who was like, is that fake? Like, she's like, you guys have worked so hard to have what you have. And that's because she has seen behind the scenes, and she has seen, you know, the conversations, the tears, the joys, the celebration. Like, she's seen it all. Right. And I feel like this podcast allows people to view in and see behind the scenes.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes. I really like what you said there too, actually, because there are a lot of people who think it's so easy for us, and it's only because they've seen us on camera, leading classes and doing things that firstly, we believe deeply in, but secondly, that we have to, like, we have to be on the metaphorical stage.
Right.
And I will say, for anybody, we've talked about this with our clients. This is not natural for either of us. Like, you and I have had to overcome so much to be able to.
I'm like introvert times 1,000.
Yeah. Like, I literally just want to hang out with my cat. Like, and like play pickleball.
Yes.
And like drink a lot of coffee.
And go to the driving range and hit a bucket of balls. Like, it's just.
There's nothing in me personally that wants to be famous, that wants to be super well known. That is so uncomfortable. Being here and sitting and thinking that anybody could find value in something that I have to say into a microphone is so absurd to me. It doesn't make sense. And you and I, so this is round 2 of From the Heart of a Renegade. So we had this way, way, way back in the day, and we're relaunching, which feels really exciting because it does feel like it's time. We had so many people over the years saying, bring the podcast back. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Oh my gosh. And you and I were like, the fuck?
Like, why?
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. Whereas there's some people where their mission, their goal in life literally is to be famous, it's to be a thought leader, it's to be all of these things. And I don't have that. This is actually very unnatural. And so I also am excited on I talk about in business that we have internal motivators and then external motivators. So my external motivator with this podcast is to help other people feel less alone on the journey, hopefully to feel inspired, to feel excited by the transparency, to feel like they can actually take a deep breath and stop performing. So that's like the external. And then of course to, we are business people. Okay. We got offers. We've got Roar, we've got Sit, you've got offers, right? And so obviously content is part of that.
And so speaking of which,
but hold on, but the internal motivator.
Oh yeah. Okay. You want to talk about it?
Well, it's the personal evolution. And that's just what I wanted to say is who can I become the more that I overcome that internal narrative of taking up space, which I just did. I just stopped you. I said, babe, no.
I know, it was good.
I was like, I got to talk about my internal motivator.
Good job.
Thank you. What were you going to say?
Took up space. Well, I wanted to ask the question, what could people expect from topic perspective? What kind of topics do you think we'll cover?
So the way that I have kind of mapped this out in this really beautiful spreadsheet that our podcast team has helped us with is it's color coded. Okay.
Really?
So right now
you have a color coded spreadsheet?
Yes, I do. Right now, Issa would be proud.
You know what? I should say we, because it's ours, not just yours.
I don't even know if you've looked at it.
I haven't.
We've got blue, we've got green, and we've got pink. Okay. Right now we're in the blue section. This episode is a foundational episode. It is introducing people to our world.
Gotcha.
If you don't like this episode, you probably aren't going to like future episodes, but we'll get it out of the way real quick.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
We're talking about our mission. We're setting the foundation.
Yeah.
Then when we move into the green episodes, those ones are very entrepreneurial.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like
so those
those
ones are very much like you are here because you have something on your heart that you want to bring out into the world. Maybe that's something that you've created. Maybe it's like intellectual property. Maybe it's a course, a program. Maybe it's who knows what it is, but it's something that you are essentially creating your own economy with, which is badass.
That's cool.
And that is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
And that is where, for me in my evolution, I love talking about business. I love it. Like 6 years ago, talking about healing and everything, it was really fun. But now it's like, let's talk entrepreneurship. This is a crazy ride. So that's the green episodes. The pink episodes.
Pink.
Are more of the...
I love pink.
That's why it's all about... It's about the healing.
Naturally.
It might be case studies of Sit, because for those of you who don't know, we are the founders of Sit With It, Inc. and Subconscious Imprinting Technique. We've done some pretty amazing things, and our practitioners...
Those case studies. Whether they're ours or students,
like, honestly, you guys, the power of forgiveness, the power of...
awareness.
Yes.
Truth.
Excavating your past, feeling emotions. And so that's what those episodes will be. So we got blue, which we're in right now. We've got green.
Biz.
And we've got pink.
Healing.
And it'll oscillate, right? It'll oscillate.
I'm here for it.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too.
It is actually really exciting.
Yeah. We back.
We back.
Guess
is that
who's
it?
Back again. Guess who's back? Tell your friends.
Is there anything else we should talk about on the foundational episode? We talked about our mission for the podcast.
Yeah.
We talked about the kinds of episodes that people can expect, case studies. One of the episodes I'm very excited to record with you is Forgiving the Unforgivable.
I saw that one on your board.
Yeah.
For everybody who is listening, Ocean has a giant easel, and on this easel are so many different colored sticky notes, and on them have either one word or 5 words, and those are all episodes.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. And what are your external and internal motivators for this podcast?
You know, I've thought about this for a long time, and sometimes I am shocked that people are really interested in what I have to say. Or
Isn't that weird?
it is, yeah. I think it comes back to this concept that some of these things are so normal in my day-to-day life that some people are just, their jaw dropped when I actually start talking about certain things. And like, for example, when I've mentioned Tales of the Treatment Room, which is a book that I want to write about, you know, some of the really wild case studies that I've worked on, and people like can't believe that that's what's happened. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, for me, I'm past it, but for somebody else, it's brand new. And I know that there's a lot of healers and practitioners and coaches, and like you also go against, even though you go against the grain currently, because to be super welcomed into society, like most people probably look at you like you're really, really weird.
Are you talking about me or them?
Them.
Okay. Because you kept saying you and looking at me.
Oh,
and
sorry.
I'm like,
I
okay,
could see that would be confusing.
I was just, I understand now.
You understand? Okay. And so sorry, I'll look away this way. So when I talk about these, look into the corner. When I think about these individuals, because that was my experience, where it was just people would kind of just look at me and they'd have no idea how to respond. And I'm like, I'll just stop talking about it. So I just learned it was easier not to talk and to share what I was seeing, what was coming up in case studies, like all these different things, really cool ways of healing. Like I didn't have an environment where that was celebrated and lifted until we created it. And so I think it's really important for me from an external perspective to get this out of me. Otherwise it'll just die inside of me. Like I'll just get to 90 and I'll die. And people will be like, why didn't she share all of this stuff?
That's exactly it. This is the Gospel of Thomas that I mentioned to you and Rebecca last week. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what is within you will destroy you. Mm-hmm. And if you do bring forth what is within you, what is within you will save you.
Yeah. And
the more that we have shared, the more that we have taught, the more that we have liberated, the more that we have passed the torch, that is getting that out. And as a result, it's like my light touches that person and then it turns on a light and then they go and light that person. And if we can do that on our podcast, that's badass.
Yeah. So let me come back to my external motivator. So when we bring it back to me, obviously.
It needs to be about you right now.
I really, really, and I remember there's a couple of things that I really want to point out. One of the things was when you said to me, you do realize you're not normal. You said that to me. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And you're like, what you are doing and telling me in this moment, it was like probably like 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. You're like, what you are just telling me right now is not normal. That is not something that you teach. That is who you are. And you're saying that to me. And I'm like, oh, really? You're like, yeah. And it was to the point where sometimes I won't even get near you with an acupuncture needle, right? I will just touch a spot and then the muscle will twitch and it'll do its job.
I'll scream cry because I'm very sensitive to acupuncture. So thank God you figured out how to do it with a finger.
Right. And so, exactly. And so when I recognized, when you said this to me a few times, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, well, shoot, I should probably share it then so that if someone else could do it or be taught how to do what I do, that'd be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Because I'm only one person.
Shoot us a message on Instagram, by the way, sitwithit.co if you want to learn how to do acupuncture with your finger, because this is real.
With your pinky finger.
You literally do this. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, it's all through thought. Anyways.
And energy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's basically telekinesis at its basic form, but that's a whole other conversation, maybe a different podcast episode. So my external motivator is to get these things out of me because they seem so normal to me because I work with it all day, every day. It's just part of who I am. But other people, it's like they feel so seen when they're like, oh my gosh, you too. Because if I had that experience, I'm sure other people have had that experience. And I remember like the secondary motivator for me is if there is something that I can say out there that someone is searching for, and we're going to obviously keyword research this podcast, right? If someone is searching for the words that I am saying and they have found it, and that is the only place that they have been able to find it, and it changes how they work with clients, how they work with themselves, how they interact with the world, or how they feel, then I've done my job because someone did that for me. Someone was willing to sit down with their recorder and talk about emotions, and it was exactly what I needed. when I needed it the most, and I was basically desperate, and I just happened to come across it because it was searchable. And so I feel like also it's my due diligence to offer this information up and to talk about it openly, honestly, transparently, and to give people a resource where they can go.
I love
so
that.
that's an external motivator, is to give that. And my internal motivator, I'm not sure if I've fully clarified it yet. Are there aspects of this podcast that I think would be more helpful for people to really get to know us and then be really interested in maybe what I have to offer or whatever it may be? Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, it is literally it's visibility.
Totally. It's organic content. It's being truthful, and, you know,
and it's attracting the right people, because here's the truth too, which we've done a really good job of now.
Yeah.
Way back in the day when we built our business purely organic, and we were just like saying all the right things on Instagram and and very, very marketing focused, we attracted an audience into some of our offers that were not truly aligned.
Yes, that's true.
And what I've loved about our masterclass is you'll figure out very quickly if we are or aren't for you.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide in a masterclass. You can't, it's that whole, like, it can't be, well, it could be, but we don't do it that way.
No.
We're very raw, very authentic, very transparent about who we are. And same with the podcast. And so I think if people are considering working with either Roar, joining Sit, Trust the Channel, whatever, this is a really great place for them to come and get to know us and literally to see, do we align with you or not? Because we're not for everybody, and there might be better mentors, teachers. Yeah.
Do you want to hear my secondary?
I'd love to.
So my secondary one that just popped her, I was like, oh, I see what's happening here. It happened in the moment.
Okay.
And this is just for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because it will develop me in a way. It's like, what's that thing that you do on stage and everybody's just doing it in the moment? Improv. So this is, it's even though it's my experience, it takes skill to talk without filler words. Like, I know all that can be edited out with a podcast and all that kind of stuff. And how can I actually become so good at speaking so that I don't need somebody to edit out my filler words? I can be even more articulate. I can be on the spot. I can be regulated when I'm talking about challenging stories, experiences, because that just prepares me in life to be in the moment without being scattered outside of my body because I'm so afraid of whatever other elements. So selfishly and internally, it develops me to be a better speaker.
That I 100% resonate with. This is a personal development journey. Running a podcast.
Totally.
Truly. Yeah. It really is. So is business. So is running what we've built. It has been the highest accelerator of personal development. You got to overcome so much. Gosh. I definitely thought that your other internal motivator was going to be to spend more time with me, because I don't feel like you spend much time with me.
That's just a byproduct. So it's not even a motivator because I know it comes with the package. I mean, I could record this by myself, but it would not be as fun. It's so fun watching your face when we're talking to each other.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, that was just a joke, you guys, because we literally do everything together.
We spend a lot of time together.
We work from home, except for when you go into the clinic. We run our business together. We play pickleball.
We drink coffee together. We're probably going to have coffee right after this.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I was just kidding about that. Well, I'm excited to launch this with you and to go on this journey of developing you as a speaker, developing myself personally, and reaching more humans with all of our different missions and messages that we are here to bring forth into the world.
Thanks for doing it with me.
Yeah, thanks for doing it with me too. And thank you guys for doing it with us too. And, you know, if anything resonates with you, if anything lands, if you're like, fuck yeah, if there's anything you want more of, shoot us a message on Instagram, and we will see you in the next episode.
If you got value from this episode, share it with a fellow renegade and make sure to subscribe. Leave a review for your chance to win some swag and a shout out on the podcast. And for the episode show notes, head to therenegadepodcast.com. We'll see you on the next episode.